Okay, so we've been having a little bit of problem with this 110 just recently. The alarm's been going off when we don't want it to, and it's coming down to checking it out. So we've got an EOBD plug down there with 3 wires in the back. This is the 16-pin plug that you use for diagnostics on the alarm system. There isn't anything else on this 300 TDI, but we're plugging in the Hawkeye and we're going to go into the menu. And well, this is on the Defender menu. Under security, we have the system, which will be a 10AS security system. Basically, this is the key fob and the alarm. Okay, so I'm going to show you this, perform a test. You don't need a Hawkeye Pro to do this. I'm using this as a demonstration with live data to look at a certain problem that we have. Now, basically, first of all, we've got the ignition on and the passenger door is closed. Well, I'm leaning in through the passenger door, so it's not closed. Driver's door is saying it's closed. Key switches don't exist. And the bonnet, okay, is open. Well, if you look here, perfectly says it's open when it's not. It's shut. Now, all the doors have switches on them. Reason for this is if the door gets open, the alarm goes off. So basically what I'm looking at here, passenger door again, still saying it's closed when it's not, it's opened. We have an electrical problem that can easily be overcome. Right, door switches here, okay. When they're out, they make an electrical contact. When the door's shut, pushed in, like this, when it's pushed down, it breaks the electrical contact. Alright, so we have problems. So, bonnet says open, I push it down, it says closed. So perhaps the switch here is not unserviceable. However, we're not getting a good contact here at all. Here is where the switch is touching on the bonnet and you can see it operates. Well, actually, there's not much of a way that you can test this switch. So we've removed it, or lubricated it, and then tried again. However, it's not going to work. With the switch out, the bonnet is in the closed position, which the system will then say, oh, that's okay, so we can leave this disconnected. What we could do is bend the bracket up so it brings the switch further closer to the bonnet, thus making contact and pushing it further down into the body of the switch. However, it feels notchy, so I've decided to change it. For the driver's door here, I'm going to pull out the switch and show you something, and this is very common. Right, that is an earth. And this is a positive feed. So when it's out like this, it's not making contact. In, it is making contact and then going to ground. The rather rusty looking screw there is the earth contact for the switch through the body. If you have a multimeter, especially one with an alarm set on resistance, then this will help during the tests, okay? So if you have a listen, we've found a good earth and we're actually going to check it to make sure we've got a noise first before we go ahead and test. Right, so there's a little chip out of the paintwork just there. I'm scraping it. Noise. Right, earth down here. Okay, making contact. Yes, there is an earth there. That's not a problem. Alright, so voltmeter. We're not looking at amps or anything. Volts. Set on volts, DC volts. And we can see if we've actually got a current there. We've got voltage there. Yes, 11 out of 58. It's 11 volts 58. Incidentally, that is actually a little bit low. We're losing some voltage somewhere, and it's not through the earth that I've just selected. 1113 here on another component says that we do have an earth fault on the vehicle. However, this is not affecting the alarm. Right, this here you can see the contact areas, and what we're going to have to do is clean these up. Once these are cleaned, actually the switch will work fine. If you don't clean it up, then you can replace it. Now, using a new screw, which will give you a good earth, and you can see by the state of this screw, it's not very good, it's rusting, so that's not going to make good earth contact. Right, so now the situation's changed, it's saying open, push it in, it will close. Great. So, open, we're making an electrical contact. You don't need a Hawkeye to do this. You could use the lamp for the interior lamp and push it in and out. It will check each switch in turn. Okay, so we have contact there. That's great. So the bonnet, however, the switch here, we're going to have to disconnect it for now, order one, and then replace it. There's not much more we can do. This will make sure that our security system's working properly. Now, with the Hawkeye, other than this, we can only sync up the key fobs to the ECU, so it wouldn't be worth the expense on an old Defender.